Hi, so today we're going to talk about praise and appreciation. And it's kind of interesting. You may not even really think about a difference between praising someone or being appreciative of someone. So, why don't we start there and define the difference between what praise is and what appreciation is? So, when you praise someone, you're kind of seeking approval. You're praising them, you're telling them how good they are, right? You're telling them that you got something out of their good behavior. And what inevitably happens when you set up this trend of praising your child? What comes after that? Oh, mom, I did this. Now I get this. I did this. I was good at school, so now I get to have ice cream after dinner, or I get to go to Target and get a toy. So that's praise. So appreciation is when you recognize what someone has done and you encourage that behavior. You're getting a quality emotion type of deal. They're not looking for the payout of that. The payout is you being appreciative of them. It's you showing them that they are kind, that they have the ability to help others already. Does that make sense? Can you see the subtle difference there? So instead of saying, "Oh, you're such a good girl for helping me with the groceries today," a simple change could be, "Thank you so much for helping me with the groceries. I really notice that you stepped up on your own. When I get home, I'm so tired. I really appreciate your help," right? So this statement, the difference, although subtle, they're not looking for a payout. It expresses the simple truth of the matter to them. "Oh, I'm tired, but I appreciate you helping me. I really noticed how you stepped up and helped me." Yeah? So see, instead of them looking to get something, which is like a material item, even if it is just ice cream after dinner or a lollipop on the way home, they're going to see the difference. And when you give them words of appreciation, you're empowering them in their own emotions, in their own ability to help someone, and they can do that all on their own. And you should always thank them, because you're grateful for them. You're grateful for the help that they give you. You're grateful for what they do and what they are helping you with, right? So that's a difference right there between praise and appreciation. And it really shows them that you're paying attention to them, that you're invested in them, and that they're not having to look for a reason, or they're not having to look for something that they can do to get your attention, because you're always giving them attention. You always see them. You're always appreciating them and what that they do for you. And maybe it's not even something that they're doing for you. They're just stepping up and doing their own chores, or they're doing their own activities in the house. So by showing appreciation, it really does empower them to help in other ways in the house. So whether that be cleaning up, which is an issue in my home, it's cleanup time. So by showing them that, "Oh, I saw that you already cleaned up. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you cleaning up before dinner so that we could eat at the table," right? So you just kind of need to turn it around sometimes. I won't say you need to trick them, but sometimes turning things around really helps. And in everything, we have a choice, right? We have a choice in what we say. We have a choice in how we say it. So are you saying something that's kind and empowering? Or are you saying something a little snide to try and cut at them? So why do you feel like you need to cut at your child, right? Why do you feel like you need to do that? So then when you see that happen in a moment, that's giving you an opportunity to turn around and to come back to you and look at that little child inside of your heart and say, when did I feel like this? When did I feel cut like this? And when you start to nurture that moment and that little child inside of you that is begging for your attention even now, right? It's all about learning to reparent yourself. And if you don't need that, hey, power to you. I'm so happy. But for the most of us, we need to do that. We need to reparent ourselves, not just with the mother, but also sometimes with the father. We all have wounds, whether it's the mother wound or the father wound. We all have wounds, we all have traumas that we have to work through. And there's nothing wrong with learning how to do that. Going inside and nurturing the child in you is going to enable you to nurture your child in a much better way, in a more healthy way, in a much healthier environment. Because when you do that, you're healing your child inside of you. You're healing yourself. You're healing yourself in this moment. You're healing yourself when you were a child, when you needed the help the most and no one was there, or when somebody cut at you and it really hurt and you wanted to feel nurtured and held and supported, right? Go and do that for yourself now, internally. Do that for yourself now. Nobody's going to come in and rescue you. Your mom and your dad, they're not going to come rescue you and reparent you the way that you need to be parented, because if they didn't do it the first time, they're not going to come back and do it again. Better, or the right way, the way that you need it now. The only person that knows what you need is you. If you need to reparent you as a child or your inner you, then do that, heal that. Because when you do, you're going to change your children also, because you're healing them at the same time that you're healing yourself. Because when you show up for the inner you, for the inner child, you're showing up for your children right now. I hope that you can see that. When you nurture yourself, you're nurturing them, because you're not trying to get something from your children that you didn't get yourself. That's like jealousy. Why are you going to be jealous of your own child? Give it to yourself now. When you give it to yourself now, then it'll be taken care of for your children now. It won't be something that in 10 or 20 years that they revisit and say, oh, well, this happened when I was little. I wish my mom had been different, or I wish my dad hadn't said that to me. Go inside and re-nurture your own child inside of you. Show up for yourself the way nobody else showed up for you, the way you wanted or the way you needed them to. Love yourself first and nurture yourself, and you'll see the biggest change in your children. And we kind of went on a tangent, but I hope that you can really see the difference between praise and appreciation, and how this all kind of feeds together and grows, and it's like a stepping stone from one to the next. By abandoning praise and the end goal of, oh, I helped mom do the groceries, so now I can go outside and play, or now I can go to my friend's house. By taking that out and simply appreciating them and empowering them in the correct decisions that they're making, or in their ability to help you or others in their life, it's going to make a big difference. It's going to turn things around a lot, because then no one's looking for a bargaining chip anymore, you or them, because everyone's equally appreciating and empowering the other. Praise versus appreciation. Let us all appreciate each other and show gratitude to one another, even if it's your child or your own inner child. I hope you can see the difference in the two now.